Hmm, is it working? Whoop, I guess not. Hi guys, and welcome to a new game, a very exciting game that I found recently, and by recently I mean about 3 weeks ago, and I can't stop playing it. And welcome to Kerbal Space Program. I hope it sounded well. The version 0.23. So yeah, it's a game in development. And if you haven't guessed by the map or by the intro, you basically have to construct rockets and send them into space. Nah, this doesn't really have. Yeah, you can hire things here. Yeah, as you see, I have a lot of research done because I just couldn't help myself and play this game. But yeah, and this is the rocket that I'm preparing. Hope it works. I don't know. I haven't properly tested it. But yeah, I've done a lot of missions. You have to, as I said, design rockets. So all these are parts that I put it together and everything from the capsule to the parachutes to the scientific materials, solar panels. These are retractable solar panels, engines, fuel tanks, all the way to the... What the fuck was that? Lol, what? Can you actually... Nope, never mind. All the way to here. So yeah, 6 solid rocket boosters. That totally looks safe and not a problem to deal with, right? I wish they were bigger, however. Yeah, so, oh yeah. Lots of intros to do in this game. If you don't know this game, that I totally recommend you to watch Scott Manley. The guy on YouTube is very good at this game. He pretty much does all those scientific astronaut games, kind of, and this game is clearly on his list and plays it very well. But here are the pods, and you know, the things that carry astronauts or probes. Here are the propulsions, the engines, and fuel tanks, control systems, structural, aerodynamic, utilities like parachutes and solar panels and batteries. Science stuff that you need in career mode to progress, and the sub-assemblies. Here you can put things to save them if you want to reuse them later, special parts. So we got a basic command pod. I'm going to use the main skipper rocket along with 6 solid rocket boosters and second moon lander. Yes, we're going to land on the moon on our second attempt, because the first attempt I'm going to tell you what happened. But let's go ahead and tell you and go to launch, and I'm going to explain you on the road. And hopefully my game won't lag too much because of fraps. And wait just a second. No, back to vehicle. I don't want Jebediah to pilot it. I want... Jebediah was on the first moon mission to Minmus, which is the biggest, the second moon on Kerbin. The Earth in this game is called Kerbin, and it has 2 moons. It's a fictional game, so yeah. We need someone with a lot of courage and someone special to drive this one to the moon. Curly Kerman. Yeah, this guy is perfect. So let's go. Either way, we have this guy, so there are lots of controls here and there. I'm going to go very fast through here. We have the resources over here, the altitude meter, the gears, lights, and brakes over here, the time acceleration, because space is really big and you know, it takes a lot of time, so you need time warping, is over here. The nav ball, very useful for controlling. Here's our astronaut just fixing his helmet, ready for mission. And on this stage is the staging, this side I meant. And I think we're ready to go. So throttle up by using shift. Let's go ahead and set our course for the moon. So yeah, we already have ship on the moon, and it's pretty much stuck there. I didn't have enough fuel to, you know, get it back. It's on an orbit to the moon, but it doesn't have enough to get back on Kerbin. Also, if you zoom in fast long enough, this is our solar system, very beautifully represented. And unfortunately for this game, we only have the solar system we start on it, so no other stars as of yet. As you can see, the flags already landed one on the moon, and actually two on Minmus. Second, and as Scott Manley said before, Minmus is actually easier to land on, even though it's farther and the orbit is its orbit is more inclined. It's easier because it doesn't have such much gravity. So, going on full throttle and let's go! 3, 2, 1, lift off! Wow, we're going with pretty much 2G. That's a huge amount of acceleration. And we're down to 1.5G. I can actually put down my throttle on the main skipper engine to conserve fuel. We're going at over 100 meters, 150 meters per second, and an acceleration of 10 meters per second per second. I can clearly throttle down even more. That'll be okay. But the solid rocket boosters will run out pretty fast, and yeah. The solid rocket boosters are very powerful, but they do not provide control. They don't have throttle control, so yeah, we eject them. That means that once you turn them on, you cannot turn them off, which might be a little bit of problem. And they are pretty small. I mean, those are the biggest one you can get, so yeah. Either way, we're now preparing to incline our ship to get into the orbit. And this game is actually pretty beautiful. You can also see inside the capsule how it looks like. And actually, if you are good enough with the game, you can actually conduct the entire mission from here. And it will be pretty interesting, actually. No, that's my feet and hand. A bit creepy. Never mind. And that's our back on the orbit. A little more. We can see this is our apoapsis. This is the point with the maximum altitude and minimum speed. And once we get high enough, we'll have a periapse of the orbit, which is the point with minimum altitude and maximum speed. Most important thing on Kerbin is to get over 7,000 meters in order to get out of the atmosphere. The atmosphere is very bad in this game. It slows you down, and actually, it's the bad thing to take off, but a blessing to land. So, never mind that. We're preparing to. It's 70,000 meters, so 70 kilometers to the atmosphere. We're going to get out of it in about our speed change to orbital speed. Soon enough, get out of it. We're running out of fuel for the main skipper engine. And this is the sign for the moon, but that's not interesting us right now. 7,000. I want a little bit more. 7,040. Okay, we can do that. Now, as you can see, we will crash down the Earth if we keep that. So I'm going to add a maneuver node. You can click any part of it, add a maneuver node, and through a very beautiful representation, you can actually make these maneuver nodes, and it is quite awesome. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to drag my ship to the point. The blue marker is where you want to burn. I'm going to start burning right now because I'm not have enough fuel on the main engine. So I'll need to switch to the second one, and the second one is much weaker, and I'm going to show you how that works. I'm out. Wished I had more. Out. I need to jettison this and jettison that, and here is our nuclear engine, which not as might you expect. Oh, and the beautiful music once you exit the atmosphere, which unfortunately it has a much smaller thrust, but it has a huge specific impulse, which means basically huge efficiency. I mean, it consumes much less fuel. So very good for space, but not so good when you want to take off or form an orbit. I might not get this orbit right. I might have messed it up a little bit. I need to burn for 2 more minutes, and I don't think I'll be in the outside of the atmosphere for that long. This will be a bit annoying, but maybe we can get it. Maybe, hopefully. You cannot speed up while you're throttle up, unfortunately, so good thing to know. This shows how much delta V we need, so the maneuver node. And yeah, very beautiful represented. Not interested in the Yahoo Mail right now. And now we will begin to actually drop in altitude, but hopefully we'll gather enough speed to keep us over 7,000 meters. And the game can get pretty lengthy even in the most basic missions. That sort of looks like the North Korean peninsula. Maybe not. To help the game, to help the beginners, you start at the equator, very well placed, and also the moon is it's not inclined, so oh, you can see the orbit forming around very beautifully. We might get this. 75,000, yeah, I think we get this. We were a little bit close to mess this up once more. You need about 2,200 meters to get it into the orbit, so yeah, it's the equivalent of Earth, but is much smaller. It's about oh, you can see the periapsis mark came up over here. So it has the same gravity pull as Earth, but it's about 10 times smaller. I don't remember exactly. And we need to get it just over 70,000 meters. Like this. That's good enough. Shut down the marker. And yeah, I'm trying to explain as we go, so if there's something you didn't understand, sorry. Now we need to aim for the moon, and we got a pretty good shot. We can get straight towards it from over here. Not the South Pole expedition. I want to add a maneuver node, and we're going to reach it in 28 minutes. And as you can see, we'll go right over here, and we will see the encounter with the moon. Going like that. So basically this... No, I don't want to focus. Never mind. By this we would come over it and then crash into it. Then we'll go over it and come before it. Go over it and come before it. And... yeah. So we will need to get one of these. So if we go this, we will go like that. Over here, over to here, or go behind it, or not very sure about it. So we'll encounter it, it will be here, and when we leave it, it will be here. So basically as you reach over here, you get very slow and the moon surpasses you. Well, I guess we can handle it with the nuclear engine. As I said before, very efficient, although not very much thrust. I wanna focus on this thing. Please. And here we can see it from space. Look at it. It came in so gorgeous. So awesome. What the hell is that thing? We have a lot of debris in space from my previous missions. I need to find a way to clear them. Anyway, we're going to deploy our solar panels. These are the solar panels over here. Let's see how they look. Up. They're smaller. I think I got the wrong version of them, but I guess they pretty much get enough. Yeah, so This game is so gorgeous. That is the moon, and the sun, or Kerbal, as it's pronounced. That is something very distant. And yeah, could you please focus on this and not on... It's so annoying. Never mind, we're probably going to do it later on. So now we will fast forward. As you can see, you can go ahead. And we'll burn as we get. We need a 3 minutes burn, so we'll start burning or throttling or whatever you want to call it about 2 minutes in. I think that should be enough. Also have another problem that I'm not very patient at this game, and I usually time fast forward way too fast and end up overshooting targets by a lot. Like now. Oh god, I almost forgot that I wanted it. So yeah, you should actually start burning when you basically get to the node. But since this engine is not very efficient, I'm going to start earlier because I don't want to miss the encounter with them. But yeah, for beginners, as the almighty Scott Manley said, go for Minmus. I already did 2 successful missions on Minmus and barely got a mission not so successful on the moon. And I got a lot more missions in meanwhile. Send one into the to ship on the outer Kerbin orbit, so basically in orbit around the sun, and then get it right back in because I didn't want to lose the crew of it. The game doesn't have yet life support, so your crew members can resist for in space for indefinite amount of time. But still, it's not very good to simply send them around and get them lost forever in space. It's just not. Is it not? You don't want to do that. My nose is clogged and itchy, and that's so annoying. But yeah, not very efficient. I guess that says the word. We have to wait to make the burn. And in the meanwhile, I can talk to you and thank you about 1,000 subscribers. Hell yeah, I'm preparing to make a video for it. I think I'm going to do a live stream as I announced. So yeah, probably this weekend, so stay tuned, stay on my channel 24/7, I don't know. Going to prepare a live stream and hopefully, I don't know the game yet, but neither I'm going to announce it. It's going to be a surprise, but yeah, I'm going to do it with my colleagues and hopefully it will be nice. So we already passed through the node and we see our apoapsis is getting bigger and bigger, and the rate at which it's getting bigger is also increasing. So as we keep throttling up, we still have 1 minute left. We have a decent amount of fuel left and we're not consuming too much. That is why I said. And here we can say some physical characteristics of Kerbin. So 500 kilometers radius, area, mass, gravitational attraction or something, escape velocity. So how much speed you need to get away from its orbit, rotation period, that's around its own axis, only 6 hours. So a day in Kerbania only lasts 6 hours. That's actually interesting. Okay, we're preparing. We're getting away from the node, but that's not a problem. We're getting atmosphere present. Yes, atmosphere high, scale away, never mind. So now as we get in, we'll see how the encounter goes. There we go. Let's see. Here we have it. And wait slightly more and stop. You can press X to immediately stop the burn, and I think we got a pretty decent encounter. 1 million meters perhaps. Yeah, that goes to me. So yeah, you can now fast forward at rates, unimaginable rates of even thousands of times, you don't even need to worry because as you get far away, you're going to slow down. So yeah, not a single problem. You can watch the moon getting closer and closer, or the Earth getting smaller and smaller, and say bye bye to it. It might be the last time we're going to see it. Beautiful game, beautiful game. I'm going to become an astronaut. I don't know. This game really makes you want to become an astronaut. So yeah, we're going in on the 1000 times time warp. And you can see the small ship that I got in orbit around the moon and that I basically cannot get out of it. I'm going to switch to it just to show you. I could only click it. Why is that I cannot? Hello? Not on the moon. There we go. Switch to. So you can see this other ship. This is the first moon manned craft. Where the hell is it? Oh, I think it's that over there, is it? Ah, I hate it when the camera doesn't pan on well. Where the hell is it? Is that? Yeah, that's it, that's it. Just a second. There we go. So yeah, as you can see, it's going around. It's out of fuel, but it's in a stable orbit around the moon. It will never crash and stay in there perpetually. And poor Han Bin Kerman will probably not come back to Earth anytime soon. We really need to think of a way of bringing him back, but I researched docking stations after this, so basically need a ship to bump it back. There is a lot of valuable science on this ship and I'm not sure how we're going to get it back, but never mind that. Going back to our actual mission. And of course that it had to put me to freaking Narnia. But here it is, never mind. So resources, map, navball, check, everything is checked. Keep time warp. And we're going to come into an encounter in 5 hours and stay into an encounter for about 2 hours. Or, yeah, 2 hours and a half or something. So we'll need to burn quite effectively to fix ourselves into an orbit around the moon. And we have an encounter. Now let's see, I want to... over here is great, I want to... Whoa, nah, don't want to crash into the moon. Alright, so... lower, I want a pretty low one. 70, 51, 32, 14, not that low, 36. Can I get to 20 please? Oh god damn it. 33, 70, 26. Okay, that works for me. Unfortunately, it doesn't tell me the estimated burn time. That happens when you switch between ships. But a small burn will clarify the necessity. So I'm going to burn and get it. This is not the most efficient way to get it. So if you don't have the technology to nuclear rockets, then don't use this tactic. It's not going to work. How much do I need? About a minute. I think I got 2 minutes. So we're going to wait till we get to the node. Very shortly, actually. And burn at about 1 minute in. Wait, let's wait then. This is the point when I want to fast forward, but if I fast forward, because when you come out of fast forward, it takes a little bit of time, and yeah, that generally messes it up. Oh, we can burn on quite well, and as you will see, this thing goes inclined and is going to go like that, and you can actually see how the orbit around Kerbin would look like if we could actually escape it. So yeah, very, very awesomely designed. I can't tell how well made this game is. It still has its bugs, the Kraken staying in space waiting to swallow your ship if you do too extreme maneuvers, and also a lot of technologies to implement. But apart from that, it's a very awesome game, and I generally love to play it. I genuinely love to play it. So I have a flag there. I sure wish not to. There we go. We have the orbit fixed, and I can burn to get it slower. I'm not the best rocket scientist you'll ever see, but this game is really gets you into it. So yeah, we got to as much as we wanted. We can close the node and design another node over here in order to make our orbit more circular, even more circular, and I think that's circular enough. I hope we don't crash into anything. Yeah, no, we are fine. 2000 meters, it's just fine. The mountains are not that big they're not mountains, but there are lots of hills and stuff. You'll see as I get close. Or I think you saw when I switched to the other thing. So where is that maneuver node again? You just have to search for it on the nav ball. Also forgot to mention that I got SAAACE on. It's just a system to help with controlling it. And it's kind of wobbly, I don't know why. But in 3 hours we'll need to burn about 30 seconds. Now let's go quite fast actually. Look at that ship going. Whoa! 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 Awesome. And slow us down. My nose is freaking killing me. You know, space problems and space diseases and all that. We're going to come in right about now. Okay, we can. Should I wait a little bit to get right into it or start burning about now? I'm not sure. Let's start burning, never mind. Doesn't matter as much. We're in the moon, so there's no atmosphere, and the biggest problem on the moon is landing and taking off without using too much fuel. So now atmosphere means no parachutes can be used, so you need to land using your engines, and that costs fuel, and yeah, you need to be pretty careful on how you do it properly in order to not crash into it. And we're getting right into a little bit more maybe. 30 meters, that's fine. 20 meters, that's a little bit close. Let's hope we do not crash into this one. That would be pretty not cool to happen. And the next thing that I'm going to set up a maneuver mode node in order to come down on the moon right on it. And actually can come down on this crater. That'll be fine, I guess. So you can set this to go for a vertical descent. It's easier, you can use it. It's easier to get to a vertical descent because then you only have to worry about slowing down vertically and not slowing down both laterally and vertically, and crashing yourself by moving too fast across the surface. This way you just have to slow it down while going down. Well, never mind, we're going to wait 35 minutes until we get to that point. And we got slowed down on the time warp because we are too close to the moon. We go towards the periapse, we can see the moon from its dark side and basically not see anything. But we have lights, which barely light up our ship, never mind the moon itself. So never mind, let's not use electrical power. So yeah, it's also interesting, if you go back you don't have the solar panels and you might run out of electricity at a pretty bad moment. So never mind that, we're going close to it and we're going to start burning it about 1 minute in. I think that's okay. So, or when we get to the apoapsis, I guess. We're coming in and stop the time warp about here. And let's start a burn. As you can see, this thing gets smaller. We are now intersecting with the moon, so now we could crash into the moon if we are not careful. Let's do a quick save. Oh, do a quick save because if I don't make it, I want to be able to return to my planet Kerbin. It won't be very effective, but it could be possible. Now we're burning up. We see our orbit getting smaller and smaller as we are burning basically against the direction which we are going. So basically, to explain it, oh, and the engine is overheating. Oops, nuclear engine. The surface velocity is formed between our lateral velocity and our vertical velocity. We have over here the vertical velocity and the lateral velocity. We don't have it, but we can deduce it from here. Basically, when coming down to the moon, normally from an orbit, you'll have both of them, and you'll need to burn in order to get rid of both of them, which is kind of annoying, but yeah. And this is why I'm doing this maneuver, so just to get a pretty much vertical descent, not to worry about burning in any other direction than upwards in order to slow our downwards descent. It can get confusing, I'm telling you, it can get confusing. 50 more minutes of burn. We can see how our trajectory goes pretty much vertical, much vertical as we can. We need to get a little bit over here because we're a little bit inclined. And let's see, we need to get the periapse marker needs to be right on top of the nav ball, so we need to burn a little bit more. Over to here, I guess. Oh, I guess that's a little bit, but it's about on top of it. Could use a little bit more burn. Let's see if we use the marker. I don't think it'll work. We can delete the marker. And now we're set on a direct trajectory with impact with the moon. Blocked by MK1 pod, which is me, I guess. Let's activate our gears and lights. There we go, beautifully deploying. And now it's the part that always gets me, descending down into the moon. It's a combination of lack of patience along with lack of basically doing it the mathematical way. Let's speed up. No, not too much. Oh god. Burn! I'm going to use our nuclear engines first to burn out, and then we'll use our final engine. And we have the radar altimeter here, which can tell us exactly how far away, because this is basically what is it called? Not altitude, water level, sea level altitude. There we go, that was the word. I can already see the ground and I'm not descending at a reasonable rate. Or actually I am 70 meters, yeah, that's okay, that's fine. Yeah, we got it, no worry. Let's ditch this. Should I ditch it? Should I use it a little bit more? As I can see, we're burning a little bit in the wrong way. Want to fix this. Come on. I'm going to need to ditch it, but I don't want to do that too soon or too late. We can see now we're getting closer and closer to the ground, 2000 meters. I guess when we get to 1000 meters we will ditch the nuclear engine. We can use the vertical, this is very useful, the vertical velocity. We need to come down about 10 meters per second towards the moon. Let's say bye-bye to our engine and start this one. This one has a actually bigger thrust than the nuclear engine. And I think I'm going to use this thing to land because it is much more accurate. And we're coming down, burning. Oh, that was the nuclear engine impacting the ground. 10 meters per second. We need to keep it about to that level. Holy shit, what was that? I can't see anything. Oh, we're coming in. Oh! We hit the ground. And again. Oh, no, 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 no! God damn it. Up. Well, at least we did slow down. So now it's just a problem of lifting this thing back up. Come on. Don't explode. Wow. Really? Whoops. How can we burn the other way? Let me just undeploy this. I don't want to break them. Just a small problem. Don't worry. We're specialized astronauts. Let's see if you can retract the gears. Will that... This is actually difficult. Oh, damn it! This one break. Come on! Yeah, I knew I should have killed all my lateral velocity. Never mind, the astronaut must get out from here. And we got out. Whoop. Yeah, and we didn't even need to use the ladder. Woohoo! Yeah, it's so awesome. Let's see which of the landing legs are damaged. And let's raise it. Raise it. Oh, god damn it. Is this okay? Let's repair it. And what about this one? Yeah, they're all repaired. Fine. And look how the gravity is on the moon. That's so nice. Whoa! Let me get a little bit back into the ship to start my experimentation, and let me actually quick save over here. I'm not sure. Auto saving. Oh! Let's use our jetpack because I don't think I'm going to get right on top of the shuttle. Oh, damn it. There we go. What the fuck was that? Dude, get into it! Oh, jump! This is actually difficult. Oh! Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Finally got it. So first, crew report, assessment of the situation, and our transmitter is blocked, so we cannot do it yet. EVA report. The dust is getting everywhere. Well, no, really. And let's get back in the materials bay. You leave the sample base door on the moon. You go do something else. Well, I'm going to go and do something else. Mystery goo. Let's dance here. As you can see, we're building up science. And finally, the thermometer. Minus 38 degrees. It's quite okay. Let's see if we can actually put this back into... This is actually weird. How could it get like that? Whoop. Let's see. Lower this one. Actually, retract them. There we go. And then we need to land on our engine. uh, uh, this is so... Oh god. Easy there. We don't wanna break anything, so... Come on, use the force! Don't break dance. There we go, we're pretty much stable and deploy, and we got it. There we go. No, no, don't don't do anything stupid. Just settle down. Settle down. There we go. Good boy. Said settle down. Should have used the previous landing legs, they were better. But never mind, we have one more thing to do. Let's extend our ladder, which is pretty much not necessary considering the low gravity on the moon. Oh yeah, let's deploy our solar panels, and since we're now standing straight, let's send some of the data we have. We can send this. Look at the Communitron getting... Oh man, it's so beautiful! And also send in the... Look up and search for sky... for the sky for Kerbal. Sudden field very small. Actually, cannot see... Oh, we can! Oh man! We actually going to see a solar eclipse from the moon, and... What the fuck was that? Oh man, this is so nice. Yeah, one more thing that I have to do, and that is to get this guy out. Yeah, ladders are not my specialty. Whoop, whoop. One more thing to do, and that is to get the surface sample. Now this contains a combination of bridge and melted materials. I don't have no idea what that means, but I'm digging it. The report is no longer useful because we already did it. And we're going to go and plant a flag in the honor of the second moon landing. The hexagon. So second moon landing. And let's put up text. Let me think. Right. Who needs maneuvering? I hope that's how it's spelled. Efficiency when you have nuclear engines. Yeah, this pretty much sums up my impressions. So we still have a pretty difficult mission, and that is getting back on Earth. But it shouldn't be really that difficult because we have a pretty much full fuel tank. Going to burn up till the ladder. There we go. Grab. There we go. Beautiful. And get back in. As you see, I have 2 parachutes, and I'm going to explain you when I get back why. Our battery's charged up back, and we're ready to leave. So let's quick save to make sure we don't mess up the leaving of the moon. Let's retract our ladders. Or ladder, because we only have one. And this is the most difficult part. We're going to burn away. Retract our gear and burn away back into Kerbin. And we can actually burn directly this way because there's no atmosphere slowing us down. Let me see, I need to see this orbit forming in order to get a more. And these engines are actually quite good, so never mind that. Need to get about 20 meters up. I hope I'm not burning too low. And 20 meters. Stop. Now we need to form our maneuvering nodes. And we no longer need to burn so early on. Because 70 meters, that is too much. I don't wanna Periapps, Apwaps, and never mind, that's pretty much it. Okay, we no longer need to burn early on because this engine has actually more thrust than a nuclear one, but as you see it consumes more fuel, so it's not very good unless you really know what you're doing. A little bit of time forward over here. Start the burn. Let's start here just to make sure we don't mess anything up. The second most difficult part comes up now, and that is returning back to our home planet. The burn goes on quite fast, and obviously why. Hurry up and stop. Now we need to see how we need to burn in order to get back on Earth. I saw that we need to burn into the exterior, and that will form an orbit that will go. Yeah, that's exactly how we want to get it. We actually can get it right inside the Kerbin's atmosphere, I think. Oh, I got away a little. Wait. Yeah, it's because it's inclined. But we got to 77 meters, which is actually inside the atmosphere, which will start slowing us down. So that is actually perfect. That's the best mission that I ever had. So I need to wait 38 minutes and then burn this way about 39 seconds. Yeah, I hope you get my explanation. I'm playing the game for the first time and let's see, 48 minutes I recorded for that long. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. I'm not going to cut anything because this game is so beautiful and I want to see all the parts of this successful landing, as the first one is still. It's kind of fun because the second mission on the moon will arrive earlier than the first mission because we cannot get the first mission back no matter what I do. I could actually get the astronaut to start pushing it, but unfortunately, oh, it won't work out so well. We're gonna have to wait until we have about 15 seconds in. And we'll start the burn. As you see, our orbit gets much faster, even though we have a much smaller engine. From the very reason that we, oh, you know, don't have any atmosphere to deal with. Oh, and I forgot to put in my solar panels back. I can now see our orbit forming around, getting closer and closer and ever so closer. Oh, 30. Wait, slow down. I want to get this precisely into the. And let's see, 72, 70, and we have it. Yeah, here we have it. And let me redeploy my solar panels. Oh, they actually are deployed. Oh, oh, look at that! We have the solar eclipse. That is so beautiful. Shut up, Facebook. I'm trying to focus over here. Should I? Let me see. Not sure about. Let's do a print screen over here. I'm still thinking about. Oh, not that button. Back. This one is the print screen button. Not so big problem either way. Actually, I need to stop my recording, so never mind. See you in a second. And we're back. Uh, that was the print screen button. Let me just do the that's good. And yeah, we're now ready to get back on the Earth. So the Earth is blocking the sun, which is actually awesome. But we can go on huge time acceleration because this will be a very long trip back to Earth. You see, we got here. We're going to reach the periapse in 11 hours. Buh. In the meanwhile, let me check my Facebook actually. I'm too lazy to. Never mind. Yeah, the new Facebook sound notifications. So I was going to explain why in the. Have we got out of the. Yeah, we got. Now we have full power. I'm going to explain why I have two parachutes, and that is because I cannot aim for hell where I'm going to land on Earth. I'm using two parachutes because in case we land on the ocean, with one parachute we are just a bit too fast and the materials break. And I don't want that to happen. Might actually need to slow down, so I'm going to... Yeah, we're straight above the ocean. That's so unfortunate, but what can you do? Could actually aim for the North Pole. How awesome would that be? Is there no way to... Hmm. Nah. So with two parachutes it is more affordable to land on water. But either way I'm going to quick save. Although I didn't use any of the quick savings until now. So yeah, like a boss. And all that. Time warp it a little bit more until we... Yes, the time warp stop because now we are back into Kerbin's atmosphere. So let's burn to slow ourselves down. Because I do not want particularly too much to... I think I'm going to overshoot it. Yeah, I have too much speed and although I'll slow down dramatically this time, as you see the para-apoapse is going down quite a lot, but yeah, I think I might just... Or wait, on this side... Is there ocean on this side? You know what? I might actually uh, accept the overshooting just to land on land. If we have enough fuel, that is. Let me see. Yeah, we might get this. We're pretty much very low on our fuel. Oh, and the apocalypse is getting so dumb. Wait, stop the engine. We're going down and oh, we are actually going to land on the South Pole. That is actually awesome. I really want to do that. So, northwest. What? Oh, I'm not good with cardinal points. So we're now going to overshoot it just by a little and then get back into it and I wish to land on land. I seriously wish to. Let me see. Um, we're back on track. Um, right. I'm going on that way. So if that's the way, I need to go to the is that the correct way? No, I'm so bad at this. Let me see if I burn a little bit over here, will that change the direction? Or if I burn to here? I think that's the way to get it. Or maybe not. Getting away from it. Hmm. And I mean, I'm kind of wanting to preserve my fuel in case I miss the North Pole, the South Pole actually, which will probably happen, and I'm going to land on ocean, so I might want to. I'm intending to save my fuel just to, oh, soften up my landing a little bit. And we're going to do it in pitch black darkness, because why the hell not? Luckily enough, we also don't suffer from heat re-entry, or we will see some fireworks as we get close, but it is not deadly to the ship or to the guy, the astronaut. So yeah, not a single problem. Going down. Let's speed up a little bit over here. Not going to overshoot it this time, as we can see, yeah, we're pretty much into it. I still might land on some. No, it's not there. Yeah, we're heading straight for the water. On on darkness. Best way to land on Kerbal Space Program. Let me deploy. I don't know what I do that. Does it break the surface tension of the water a little bit? I would actually like it. Yeah, we're getting. The atmosphere is dragging us down quite substantially. Can't see anything. I should have. Nah, never mind. Oh, and we can see it. The heat re-entry, which is harmless mostly, but it does provide us with pretty awesome fireworks. I should retract my solar panels because they do break because of them, and I'm not sure, maybe the landing gears as well. Oh, and we're heating up quite dramatically. And that's the thing that we came from. I hope I don't lose any components. Let's see how it looks from the inside. Wow! I would freak out if I were him. So yeah, as I said, the atmosphere is actually a blessing. It really helps you to slow down, even if you are going with like 3000 meters per second. Yeah, that's a bit to the limit. So if you're going to 3000 meters per second, you are going to survive it. But over that, about 4000 meters, it's kind of roughly. What was that? I saw something. Hope nothing broke off. And we can see, yeah, we're way above the thing. I'm going to deploy my parachute my first parachute, and then my second one on 10 meters. So deploy. It is deployed, but it's only partially deployed, and it fully deploys at 500 meters altitude. But at least it will get our ship straight and slow us down as we get closer and closer to orbit. I would also like to slow down via the burst, because I don't want to break my ship down. And we're getting closer. Let's burn to slow us down. We don't need to burn that much. Parachute is doing its job well. Now we need to burn. And right, we are on land, on water actually, and we can see it quite well. Slowing down, I can now deploy my second parachute. And we're going to slow down to approximately 5 meters per second, which is still a bit too much for my thing to actually survive, so I'll need to I forgot to use this thing. Great, I'm a fucking genius. I forgot to use the seismic scan on the moon. Yeah, you know, things happen. I have enough fuel. I'm going to slow myself down when I'm just about to hit it. So because we're over water, I can use the altimeter up there without risking anything. And let's burn a little bit. Slow down. More. And oh, don't. Oh. Well, nothing break, which is good. So let's see if we can log. No, we cannot do it over water. Why? Meh, never mind. Successful return from the moon mission, and we can actually go ahead and never mind that. We can go ahead and recover the vessel and see how much exciting science we got back. We got 322 science points. With what already we have, we got 382 science, which means we can probably research one more thing. Yes, we can research one extra thing. And I'm thinking about which one to be. Ion propulsion, I'll be pretty good. Advanced science tech, no, I don't have enough for that. What was the... there was something that did I got earlier? I don't remember. Can't find it. Talking about the lab thing. Never mind. The thing is that I want to actually construct a space station for the moon and send the rovers to collect all the scientific data from all the biomes. And for that I'm going to need wheels. And the external command seat, because they will basically be cars on the moon. So I'm going to research this, although we'll save the ion propulsion for the next time. I'm actually develop advanced motors. Awesome. And we can see more science. This guy tells us about all the science that we did. There's something new for the 2.3 version of the game. And that's it. Hope you enjoyed the game. It was fun flying with you. Like, favorite, subscribe, and see you next time. Bye bye. Woohoo! Well, already killing people. And we only got 100 million infected only? That might be a problem. Bell rings for you, Earth. What are you going to do?